This is Comic Picks by the Glick. How's it going?
It's going pretty good, John.
What you got going on for us?
Well, this week I realized that, hey, I haven't actually talked about manga in a little while.
Oh, time to catch up then.
Yes, time to catch up on just like a bunch of random stuff I've bought over the last couple weeks. Last month, actually. Mm-hmm. Okay, anyway, kicking off stuff this time is something from no one less than the god of manga himself, Osamu Tezuka.
Okay, he's the guy who did Astro Boy.
Yes, Astro
As
Boy.
we understand it.
Yes, and more recently, Vertical, the people who brought us this manga I'm about to be talking about in a second, have also brought other excellent series from him, like Otakir Hito, Apollo Song, and MW, all worthwhile. And now they're bringing one of his other signature series, Blackjack, to American audiences.
Okay.
So what is Blackjack about? Well, Blackjack is the name of the surgeon. A surgeon with the hands of God, so to speak. Mm. So basically, it's like he's the kind of guy who, for outrageous fees, he will cure your medical problems.
Through surgery?
Through surgery.
Awesome.
Yes, and this first volume, it's like basically it's persons like one of the things I like about Tezuka is that, well, old school Tezuka anyway, is that basically like he'll bring up stuff that just like comes along, like crosses the cultural divide in terms of stuff that Japanese won't bat an eye at, but us in America will go, that's kind of strange, For instance, in this volume, we'll get stuff like how we basically removed his true love's reproductive systems in order to turn her into like a more masculine person in order to save her from cancer. How we repaired a computer circuit in order to make it realize that after it demanded that Blackjack come and cure him because it was sick. And also, in a special story that was appended only to the hardcover edition, which I got thanks to the excellent people over at West Coast Fantasy, how Blackjack actually managed to separate some conjoined twins who basically were only two heads sharing one brain.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I guess if he had to cure anything, that would be the thing to cure, huh?
Yeah, it's always very interesting. Like sort of the first volume, when you think it's got a standard formula. I mean, like you got the craziest medical situation, Blackjack comes and cures it, and then everyone gets what they deserve at the end. It's a simple formula, but Tezuka makes it work through all the crazy situations he comes up with. Because in addition to what I've talked about, he's also got the son of a rich kid whose body is ruined, and the rich kid's dad basically frames another kid in order to get Blackjack the parts he needs in order to save the kid himself.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and also another guy who basically comes to Blackjack with a curse. Basically, he's had some face that basically it's gotten diseased, mutated in a way that basically reflects his inner soul. And it's good stuff. And like I said, Tezuka's got enough to make this volume work. Though it's like I'm interested to see all the other twists he's going to come up with subsequent volumes, because Vertical is doing this as the definitive edition. That's going to cover all 16 volumes of the series. So it's good right now. I'm interested in that way to keep things up over the next couple of volumes. Okay. However, one of the things though is that I prefer you say albatross across the series neck is it's Blackjack's sidekick Pinoko. Like she's a cute kid who's basically like a lolicon type character who's basically she speaks in like a cute kitty tone, and basically goes around billing herself as Blackjack's wife, and she is annoying as all get out because she's like I said, she's like here to be cute and saccharine, and she's just annoying as hell. Mm-hmm. Except for her origin story, which is brilliant, one of the best Blackjack stories so far, because basically she wasn't actually a real person before she was introduced in the series.
She was actually made from saccharin?
No.
Just kidding.
She was made from a tumor.
That's great.
Yes, she was an actual tumor that Blackjack had to make a psychic deal with. And just like, hey, I'm not going to kill you, so if you please let me remove you from your host, I will make you into a real person.
Okay, now that sounds like a good story.
Yeah, that's crazy. And and problem is everything she's been involved with has basically been downhill from there because she's so goddamn annoying.
Okay,
but still, the first volume, whether you get in hardcover or softcover, well worth reading. I'm looking forward to picking up and like I said, even though I got some reservations, I'm looking forward to picking up the rest of these volumes from here on out because Tezuka, like when he's in his old school, like appealing to the older audience phase, rarely disappoints. Okay.
And what's next?
Next up, well, Blackjack is like really at the outer edge of commerciality for manga. We're going something even further out. We've got Me and the Devil Blues by Akira Hiramoto, my bad.
No problem.
Okay. Me and the Devil Blues is a story of blues guitarist Robert Johnson, who most people will know if you don't know his music, you remember the fact that he is reputed to have sold his soul at the crossroads to the devil for his skills at the guitar.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah. So you've got a Japanese artist interpreting a uniquely American story. Mm-hmm. Now, this first volume is extremely thick. It's basically 2 Japanese volumes bound in one for $20. Now, I'm glad I bought this because I want to support crazy ass Japanese projects like this being brought over to American shores. So I'm happy I brought this. The problem is that I wouldn't say it's different good in the sense that this is strange, but it's cool, but it's strange, and I'm wondering what the hell is this guy trying to do? Mm-hmm. Because Hiramoto basically interests in a lot of odd does a lot of odd things with his interpretation of Robert Johnson's life. I mean, he's not trying to do a straight biographical take of this guy. He's just look at the legend and the time period of Robert Johnson, just create his own story. Well, it's interesting in itself, and he keeps the Japanese tics to a minimum because there's a few scenes where I realize, hey, you know what, this is an American thing. This is where you got where you got his sister just jump kicking him in the head to get him back to work. That's a Japanese thing. Sure. When you got his friend clasping his hands together, praying to absolve him of dating this one girl. It's you realize, oh, that's a Japanese tick right there. Right. They're mostly kept to a minimum. Okay. That's good.
That's good. Yeah.
But then you get other weird stuff jumps in time where at the very end when Johnson shows up with his mad skills and one of the legendary blues guitarists who he's been talking to all this time, Son House, basically shows up and says House has shown up in the series prior trying to instruct Johnson on what the blues are, but then when he shows up at the end he's like, dude, I've never seen you before. What are you doing here? And you're like, what's going on here? It's not entirely clear what he's trying to get. Entirely clear what he's trying to get at. And then there's parts where in the latter half of the book where Hiramoto gives him, he's got 10 fingers and 2 hands. Well, 2 hands on 1 arm. And you're wondering, well, what's he trying to do here? But it makes no sense. And then the best of all is when Clyde Barrow, yes, that Clyde Barrow of Bonnie and Clyde, shows up and takes Robert Johnson on a wild ride, basically to I don't know what's the whole point of bringing Clyde in for this, but the funny thing is, even though it's crazy, it actually winds up having a stabilizing influence in the story because it actually adds some focus on the latter half where Clyde rides into a very straight-laced town that's very, very anti-black, but also very anti-prohibition. Uh-huh. Yeah, so it's funny seeing Clyde go up and says, "Hey, I want a soda pop." It's like, okay, here you go. And then some other guys running to "Hey, we want some bourbon." And then they getting chased out with shotguns at the end of the story. So it's funny. But like I said, that's Me and the Devil Blues so far. I mean, personally, it's I'm willing to give this stuff because it's strange a chance to see how it goes in the second volume. Mm-hmm. Everyone else, well, I don't know. I mean, there's better, weirder stuff that you can spend your money on if you want to support weird, out there Japanese projects, like Blackjack. Right. Okay. Moving back towards the more commercial, you've got Hideyuki Kikuchi's Vampire Hunter D Volume 1. Oh, okay. Now, we got lots of... I'm sure everyone likes Vampire Hunter D. Well, anyone who's got classes likes Vampire Hunter D. Okay, this is an adaptation of Hideyuki Kikuchi's novels by Saiko Takaki. Now, I've been interested in giving this series a chance for a while, but I didn't actually bother to pick up until I got the had one of those Borders deals where it was buy 4 manga, get the 5th one free.
Here's your 5th one.
Yeah. Okay. Now, however, had I taken a closer look at the back of this volume, I probably would have picked up volume 2 instead. Because, John, stop me if this sounds familiar to you.
All right.
Okay. The year is 2090 AD, and what little is left of humanity has finally crawled out from the ashes of war and destruction. From the darkness of the fallout, mutants and a race of vampires known as the nobility have spawned. They rule the weak with no remorse. Once blah, 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 blah. Okay, skip ahead. Enter D, a lone, mysterious vampire hunter sought out by the desperate Doris Lang. Bitten by the vampire lord Count Lee, Doris is destined to her unholy fate. Can D deliver her from her curse and bring her to salvation, or will she ever be part of the unholy dead? John, stop me. Does this sound familiar to you at all? Where does this sound familiar to you from? Okay, John's making like help me remember faces. So basically,
yes.
Okay, for those of you who aren't familiar with this is the story of the original Vampire Hunter D OVA, the series that brought the series to prominence way back in the 80s.
Okay, so they finally put it in manga form.
Yes. And to be honest, like I said, when you're adapting stuff from the books or from the anime, it's like it really isn't really like that. I mean, the only worthwhile adaptation of this sort I've seen is the one for Samurai Champloo, which managed to capture a lot of its the anime's craziness into anime form. Mm-hmm. This, though, I mean, Saiko Takaki's art, it's not bad, but it's really overly detailed, and the guy's got he goes really so far over the top in a lot of scenes that that's you're just kind of rolling your eyes at a lot of it. I mean, it's if you've read if you've read Dark Horse's English translation of the original of the first volume, or you've seen the original the anime, it's like there's not a whole lot of surprises in here for you. To that point, where I'm gonna have to basically say give this thing a free pass, saying it's I wish I'd gone and picked up volume 2 instead of volume 1.
Which you might actually go and do.
Yeah, I really want to go ahead and give volume 2 a read since that's probably gonna be adapting a story I haven't read before.
Gotcha.
Okay, last on the list is an ongoing series. This is After School Nightmare. I just picked up volume 8 recently.
Okay.
This is one of my current favorite mangas. I'm looking forward to each volume of the series as it comes out, and especially the story of Ichijo Mashiro, who's got a unique problem. He's going to a high school. Basically, from the top up, he's male. From the bottom down, he's female.
This is a problem.
This is very much a problem. And he's also been selected as a part of a unique school program where basically everyone involved in this group basically has to attend such a class each one day each week, and basically confront each other in this one dream landscape where they just have to fight each other in their dream selves for the key in order for the one person to graduate. Now, aside from that, the series is basically handled in a very somewhat realistic fashion. It's the thing is though, aside from this, you might want to think of this if you've seen Revolutionary Girl Lieutenant. You might want to think of the school where Ichijo takes his classes at. Basically, it's kind of like an annex to the Otori Academy, because basically his whole arc is basically just like a huge metaphor in itself. Now he's also got problems because over the course of the series, I mean, it's basically all about him trying to find out what is his proper gender. Is he truly a guy? Is he truly a girl? What's the case? And he's got several characters who basically help try to put him in either direction. You've got Kureha, the girl who's suffered a traumatic event in her past, who basically caused her to hate men, and she glums onto Ichijo in the sense that he's a non-threatening guy. And then you got So Mizuhashi, who basically sees Ichijo as a girl and wants to make him his, even though he's severely messed up as a character himself, because he's actually going through an incestuous relationship with his sister at the same time.
Okay.
Now, with a lot of series though, it's when you're trying to torment the main character, I'm like, oh man, that sucks, man. I like this guy. I don't want you to see him mess with him in this way. with After School Nightmare, though, seeing Ichijo suffer, as his sense of self is thoroughly ripped apart in the way that he tries to be a guy, seeing that his ideals thoroughly torn apart is such delicious drama that I don't care. And I love that it's great seeing this drama play out. I mean, like the series it's written art and story by Satono Mizushiro. She's got a great handle on diving into the psyche for each of the characters, Shauna, what makes them tick, and even for like the small characters, it works really well. And one thing is though is that, well, actually one of the few issues I have with the series is that one of the mysteries of the series is who is the Black Knight in the dream world that basically tries to keep messing with Ichijo in each situation, and it's severely hinted throughout the series that it's basically that it's So Mizuhashi. Though, if you've really got any sense of how these genre rules play out, you look at this and think, hey, that can't be him, so it has to be this guy. And then she also throws in, like, other red herrings, so like, oh, no, it can't be this guy. So but then it's like, in Volume 8, the most recent volume basically shows you, oh, wait, it is this guy after all. So but still, it's resolved in a way that makes sense. And I'm definitely looking forward to the last 2 volumes. It's going to Volume 10. And like I said, if you like, it's weird. It's essentially a shoujo manga.
Okay.
So, like, but this is like the kind of shoujo manga that I like. It's not just like about like happy, cutesy, girly relationships. Just like weird, psychological, messed up stuff. Mm-hmm. It's like that's the kind of stuff that I can get into. It's like, and I highly recommend. It's like 1 through 8 is available now. Volume 9. Is said to be out like last week, but the site says like November. But in any case, it should be finishing up either November or February. It's going to be finished up in February of next year, and God knows if they had the money for the last 2 volumes, I paid for them now. Again, with that, going to go and call it a night. So we'll see you next week on Comic Picks by the Glick.
All right, see you later.